It's Thursday morning at TXG. CEO Ian Fraser is in early, taking a meeting with Acra and True Temper about their new product release for January. Of course, we can't tell you what it is yet, but we can say that it seems pretty interesting. For someone like Ian, whose schedule is booked months in advance, this time of day is absolutely crucial to stay up to date with what's going on in the industry and what new product releases may be coming to TXG in the near future. Every product that makes it into these drawers has gone through a long process. It starts with meetings like this, moves on to testing with TXG team, and later proves itself in the fitting bays with real customers. It's time to look inside a real day at TXG. This is the tour experience. Cam grew up a solid day's drive north of Toronto in a town called Thunder Bay. He's a really good player. He spent his high school years at Hank Haney's Golf School in Hilton Head, and that playing ability is a definite asset in analyzing a player's game and understanding the dynamics of the swing. But more importantly, Cam has an innate ability to build a great rapport with customers. Making someone feel comfortable and helping them swing their best can often be the difference between a good fitting and a bad fitting. Today, Cam's working with Judy, who got her fitting experience as a gift from her husband. Judy has a nice, solid, consistent swing, but she's looking for more distance with the driver. In her weekly league play, she often finds she's hitting too much club into greens, making it difficult to score. So Cam gets to work analyzing Judy's current driver, which is an old Callaway she's had for many years. While there's certainly tons of players out there who will blame their equipment for every swing fault, there's also plenty of players who don't look closely enough at the equipment they're using and aren't aware that it might be actually holding them back. Judy is a prime example. In analyzing Judy's driver, Cam finds that the excess spin rate is what's been robbing Judy of the distance she needs. If Cam can get the spin rate down and pick up some ball speed in the process, Judy should be going home with a lot more distance. Ping just released a new series of drivers for ladies called the GLE2. Designed to be extra forgiving as well as easy to swing, with a head weight of about 183 grams. While this wasn't the perfect fit right out of the gate, it started to take the fitting down the correct path. The lower spin Cam was looking for came quickly. Now he needed to maintain that and look for more ball speed. This is a part of a fitter's job that takes a ton of skill, honing in on the right set of drivers to test, while a player has not become fatigued from too many swings. Cam puts together a tailor-made M6D type, trying to work on reducing the right miss while picking up some ball speed and maintaining that low spin that was achieved with the Ping driver. Sometimes a choice like this makes a lot of sense on paper, but in practice, the driver felt a bit heavy for Judy, making her struggle with consistency and timing. At 194 grams, this driver was 11 grams heavier than the one she just tried. And while that can help some players pick up more ball speed, for Judy the consistency of strike was just not there. Having seen quite a few swings, as well as results from a few different drivers, Cam comes up with a really interesting solution that may find both lower spin and the added ball speed that will gain even more distance. He takes a Callaway Epic Flash Sub-Zero head, 10.5 degrees, and removes the sliding head at the back of the driver, moving the head weight into what could be a perfect range for Judy's swing. Pairing it with a 47-gram lightweight shaft from Aldila, and the result is a high-launch, low-spin driver with low head weight, making it really easy to swing. Now the results started to get very consistent. More ball speed, lower spin, and great dispersion. The net result is Judy is going home with 18 more yards on her driver. As Cam finishes the rest of Judy's fitting, we point our cameras to the center bay, where Dave is getting fit for a new driver by Ian. Dave's about a 10 handicap, and loves to play in just about every event at his local club. But much like Judy, Dave struggles with too high a ball flight and too much spin on his current driver. Even when set to lower loft, Dave is spinning his driver in the low 3000s. But before the fitting even starts, Ian sees something interesting with the hosel settings.
And you've played with the cogs and the loft and all that sort of stuff, and just doesn't. Yeah.
I haven't really done much, right?
Got it. Yeah, so it's turned down. Oh, interesting. So, and I hate when I see these things, right? So you've got a couple of things. So you've got the cog is on. It's hard to see. -1 and neutral. Can you see the little underline?
No chance.
Right? No.
No chance.
What that means is it's a left-handed sleeve. So basically, every setting on here is the opposite of what it says it is for a right-handed golfer, which is never good news. So that -1 that you thought was making the driver play 9.5 has made it play 11.5 for the period you've had the driver. So, yeah.
Probably not what Dave wanted to hear. His driver has been set 2 degrees higher in loft than he thought it was. So as he struggled with too much spin off the tee, he went to turn the loft down, but because of an incorrectly selected loft sleeve, he was in fact turning the loft back up. And while setting the driver correctly did offer a lot of reduction in spin, the driver was still lacking quite a bit in forgiveness and ball speed. Driver technology has come quite a long way since Dave got this driver, so it's time to see what something new could offer. Ian starts out by grabbing the TaylorMade M6D type, which Dave has actually demoed recently at his local club. This was a great first step in the fitting. Ball speed came up, spin came down, and Dave was finding the center of the fairway a lot more often. The improvement over Dave's driver was significant, and while Dave probably could have gone home happy with what had already been achieved, Ian knows there's room to dial this in even further. So he looks to the thousands of possible combinations behind him and comes back with the Ping G410 in the SFT model to try to reduce Dave's fade. While this helped the shape of the ball flight, the spin rate was definitely still too high. So Ian looks to change into a head that's been a really good performer at TXG this year, but flies a little bit under the radar. The Titleist TS2, 9.5 degree head, but set at 10.5 degrees to play slightly closed. The results with this setup were very good. An often overlooked aspect of a driver fitting is how the choice of shaft can influence the quality of strike location. With Dave, Ian tried 3 or 4 shafts, but none were a better match for Dave's swing and that particular driver than the Acra FX 2.0 250. Dave's going home with a straighter, more consistent driver, and I think he'll take those 29 yards as a bonus. So there's a little taste of what a day at TXG is like. And we have so much more to show you. More fitters. More customers. More gear. More transformations.